Good afternoon. It is 4:30. We're going to call the September 23rd, 2025 meeting of the Mill Creek Township Board of Supervisors to order. Would you please rise for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item 3 on the agenda is a swearing-in ceremony for probationary police officers Mark Riggle and Brandon Bowling. Chief Mook.
Thank you, Mr. Ouellette. Our first hire, Mark Riggle, is a 12-and-a-half-year veteran of the Lawrence Park Police Department. Officer Riggle has significant experience in his career, both in regular patrol work and investigations. He is a longtime Mill Creek Township resident, and interestingly, he worked with Jeff Tenney as a summer helper at the township for 2 seasons during his college years. He is very much looking forward to more career opportunities in a larger police department. Second, Brandon Bowling is a recent graduate, June of 2025, of the Mercyhurst University Police Academy. He is a graduate of McDowell High School and is a resident of the township as well. Bowling was recognized with both the Academic Award and the Physical Fitness Award at the Police Academy. Additionally, he graduated from Allegheny College with a double major in just 3.5 years. I couldn't be more pleased to have these 2 gentlemen join our police department.
Okay, gentlemen, would you come up front here and we'll do the oath. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Being duly sworn as a police officer in the Township of Mill Creek, Erie County, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution and laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and the ordinances of Mill Creek Township, and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity. Furthermore, I affirm I will uphold, obey, and enforce the law without consideration to a person's race, color, sex, religious creed, sexual orientation, age, national origin, ancestry, handicap, or disability. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
may I just say I think that there is there's some refreshments outside for anyone that came with for the police swearing in. So you can feel free to leave, or you can stay for our riveting meeting.
I'm going.
Oh, sorry, Jim. You have to stay.
I have to stay. Okay, fine.
Thank you all for coming, though.
Moving on to item 4 on the agenda is student ambassador introductions. I'll turn that over to Ms. Clear.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. I would like to formally introduce our two representatives. They are student ambassadors from McDowell High School. I would like to introduce Thomas Lampros and Andalucia Rainey. And we are so happy to have you with us. They are going to be joining us for our meetings and giving us reports and updates. At the end of our meeting, there's a special place for them in the Student Ambassador Report. So I just wanted to make sure I introduced them. I'd love for all of us to give them a round of applause. Thank you for being interested in local government, because you know we affect your lives more than any of the other levels of government. So we are so proud of you for taking this up. We'll hear from you later.
Thank you. Item 5 on the agenda is public comment on agenda items other than development or rezoning applications. Is there any public comment on agenda items? Okay. Moving on, item 6 is approval of the minutes from the September 9th meeting. Is there a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Second.
It's moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Item 7 is approval of the bills. Is there a motion to approve the bills?
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Moving on to item 8 is a public hearing on land development plans. The first one is Peterson's property maintenance at 1422 Peninsula Drive. I'll turn that over to Mr. Waldinger.
Thank you. Good evening. Yes, this is a land development plan to show the construction of a 3,370 square foot addition with associated stormwater management facilities and parking at 1422 Peninsula Drive, located at the northwest intersection of Peninsula Drive and West 15th Street in Tract 14. At their regular meeting of Tuesday, September 2nd, the Mill Creek Township Planning Commission recommended approval with the following. They did list 3 drawing corrections that they would like to see made. The surveyor did make those drawing corrections prior to this meeting, so I'm not going to read those or enumerate those right now. And then they did have the following requirement, that if they wish to defer the sidewalk along West 15th Street, they need to submit a deferral request to the township.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll go ahead and open up the hearing. Is there someone here to speak on behalf of Peterson's? Come up to the podium. Please state your name for the record.
My name is Adam Honey. I work for David Laird Associates. We're the surveying and engineering firm. So if you have any questions about the plans or anything else, I'd be happy to answer them for you.
I don't have any questions.
You have any questions, Jim?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
I don't have any questions either. Great.
Okay,
Thanks.
great.
All right. Is there anyone else here wishing to speak on this land development plan on Peninsula Drive? Hearing none, we'll go ahead and close the hearing. Is there a motion to approve this land development plan?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Next item is the Mill Creek Community Church at 4444 Sterretina Road. Mr. Waldinger.
Thank you. Yes, this is a land development plan to show the construction of a 10,200 square foot parking addition with associated stormwater management of Sterretina Road, north of Love Road in Tract 83. At their regular meeting of Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025, the Mill Creek Township Planning Commission recommended approval of this land development with the following drawing corrections. Provide parking space requirements listed on the drawing. Provide square footage of the existing building. Provide the nearest fire hydrant location. Provide the township engineer's signature box on the plan. And provide landscaping requirements, including end cap planting islands.
Okay, thank you. We'll go ahead and open up the hearing. Is there someone here to speak on behalf of the Mill Creek Community Church?
Good evening. My name is Justin Cree. I'm the engineer with Verdantis, the survey and engineering firm representing Mill Creek Community Church. So here to answer any questions or discuss anything on the plan.
I don't have any questions.
I just have one quick question. I see the square footage. What, Matt, what, maybe for Matt, what's the number of spaces that would, do you know that offhand?
Yeah, I think I can speak to that. I think the existing plan or parking lot had about 150, and we're adding 29 stalls to the site. It was added to the plans, and it's still in compliance with the zoning ordinance and parking requirements of the township.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yep.
I don't have any further questions. Thanks, Justin.
Thank you.
Anyone else here wishing to speak on this land development plan? Come on up.
My name's Candy Horm. I'm a resident. I just wondered, where is the parking facilities going to be? Are they going to be closer to the funeral or to the subdivision that is below? Because Mill Creek Community Church is kind of on an elevated spot, and I can see that there would be some flooding issues.
I can show you. Just for the record, so this dark outline is the new parking. So the existing lot is here and wraps around the church on the north, west, and south sides. So they're going to put the new parking along the east side so you can make a loop around the church, and then this will be their stormwater management area.
So it's going to be, this is the funeral home, right?
Funeral home is over here.
Okay.
This is,
All right, so what are they going to have for stormwater?
so
It's
they're
going to be a
required.
catch basin or?
And I would let Engineer Cree answer those questions specifically. But yes, they do have an existing stormwater management area, and all of the new impervious would be directed to that.
Okay, because I was more concerned about this subdivision below it. Okay, that was all.
Maybe the engineer could answer your stormwater question.
You can just speak.
Okay. Yeah, we're planning on just draining the site to the existing stormwater pond, and we're ensuring that, again, meets the compliance of the ordinance with the rate reduction and volume reduction. Overall, it changes the site's hydrology very little by adding that amount of parking.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else wishing to speak on that topic? All right, we'll go ahead and close the hearing. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
I vote yes. Item 9 is new and amended ordinances under review. Attorney Shaw?
Yes, there are two that we've been looking at, the subdivision land development ordinance and the fines and penalties updates. We continue to review those ordinances.
Okay. Item 10 is Resolution 2025 R36. Resolution pursuant to Resolution 2015 R20 and the Municipal Records Manual to approve the proposed disposition of certain township records. Attorney Shaw.
Yes, before you is a resolution to approve the disposal of certain municipal records maintained by the police department that are reaching the end of their retention period under the Municipal Records Manual. The police department records to be disposed of include MVR BWC footage that includes test recordings through 7/25 of 25, traffic stops through 6/25 of 25, incident only in special circumstances through 9/22 of 23, and case report, arrest report, SRR unknown types through 9/22 of 05. Recommendation would be to approve the disposal of these records.
Okay, is there a motion to approve this resolution?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
I vote yes. Item 11 is Resolution 2025 R37, a resolution proclaiming October 2025 National Fire Prevention Month. Be it resolved, the following pronouncement be recorded into the official minutes of the Mill Creek Township Supervisors Meeting of September 23, 2025. Whereas the Township of Mill Creek is committed to ensuring the safety and security of all those living in and visiting Mill Creek Township, and whereas U.S. fire departments responded to nearly 1.4 million fires in 2023, according to the National Fire Protection Association. Those fires resulted in 3,670 civilian deaths and 13,350 civilian injuries. These conditions contribute to a much smaller window of time for people to escape a home fire safely, with people having as little as 1 or 2 minutes to escape from the time the smoke alarm sounds. Home fire escape plans should be developed by all members of the household, and practicing a home fire escape plan twice a year ensures that everyone in the household knows what to do in a real fire situation. Mill Creek Township Emergency Management, Mill Creek Township's volunteer fire departments, and the Mill Creek Township Fire Department are dedicated to reducing the occurrence of home fires and home fire injuries through prevention, protection, and education. Whereas the 2025 Fire Prevention Month theme, Charge into Fire Safety, Lithium-ion batteries in your home, works to raise awareness of the safe usage, charging, and disposal of lithium-ion batteries, which are becoming a growing fire hazard worldwide. Therefore, we, the Mill Creek Township Supervisors, do hereby proclaim October 2025 as Fire Prevention Month throughout this community. We encourage all Mill Creek Township residents to install smoke detectors on every floor of their home. We also urge our residents to develop a home fire escape plan with all members of the household and practice it at least twice a year, and to participate in the public safety activities and efforts of Mill Creek Township's fire and emergency services during Fire Prevention Month 2025. I'll make a motion to approve this resolution.
I'll go ahead and second.
It's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Moving on to item 12, under bids and quotations, we have a revised laptop cost from our CRS department. Ms. Rodriguez?
Good afternoon. At the time of the original request, we identified a refurbished Apple MacBook Pro 16-inch through Newegg at $1,939.99. However, that unit quickly sold out, and an alternative refurbished option either came with poor reviews or presented reliability concerns. To ensure long-term stability and better value, we purchased a new Apple MacBook Pro 16-inch from Best Buy for $2,000, $398.99. This device also included 3 to 6 months of complimentary Apple and Adobe product use, further supporting the department's needs for media editing. This purchase guarantees that no other users had previously owned the device, ensuring its reliability and extending its usable life for township operations. We request a retroactive approval to cover the additional cost difference of $449 from the original $1,939.99 estimate. The increase reflects the laptop's expanded features compared to the refurbished model, taxes and shipping, which raised the overall cost beyond the initial projection. Funding will continue to come from the contingency budget designated for laptop replacements. This investment provides the processing power required for intensive media and communication workflows, improves reliability, and prevents reoccurring technical delays, ensuring the township can consistently deliver high-quality projects and messaging.
Okay, thank you. Any comments or questions regarding this request?
I'll make a motion to approve this request.
And I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
I vote yes. All right, we have 3 quotes for Public Works, flow meters, generator control panel, and a grinder pump. Mr. Puda.
Thank you and good evening. The Sewer Department is requesting to purchase 2 flow meters for the upcoming Keysarge and Shore Haven pump station projects. Quotes for these flow meters were provided by Gilson Engineering Sales for the total cost of $19,593 under CoStar's number 229694. Funding for these meters will come from the Public Improvements Projects line item of the Sewer Revenue Fund. I recommend purchasing these flow meters. The second one, the Sewer Department is requesting to purchase and have installed a new generator control panel for the Keysarge pump station. Also requested is the rental of a backup generator during the new control panel installation. A quote was received from Cleveland Brothers for the new control panel with the installation for $19,285 and the backup generator for a cost of $5,945 with a total cost of $25,230 under CoStar's number 117290. Funding for this purchase and installation will come from the Public Improvement Projects line item of the Sewer Revenue Fund. I recommend the purchase and installation of this control panel and the generator rental. And the last one, the Sewer Department is requesting to purchase a dual pump grinder package for the MYA Curry Site restroom project. A quote was received from Miller Pump Supply Incorporated for the price of $11,259.16 under CoStar's number 541212. Funding for this purchase will come from the Curry Field restroom line item of the Parks and Recreation capital budget. I recommend purchasing this grinder pump.
Okay, thank you. Any comments or questions for Mr. Puda? If not, is there a motion to approve these purchases?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
I vote yes. Next item is firefighting gear for the Mill Creek Township Fire Department. Chief Cliff.
Thank you, Chairman. We're in the process of hiring 6 new firefighters, 5 full-time, 1 part-time. And in order to outfit them properly, new structural fire gear must be purchased. We've identified Whitmere Public Safety and the Morning Pride fire gear meets the township's approved specifications. The total cost for the 6 sets of gear is $33,278.82 to be purchased under CoStar's contract number 012-E22-281. This purchase will come from the fire department's capital budget, and I recommend the approval.
Thank you. Any comments or questions for Chief Cliff? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
I vote yes. Item 13 is an MOA, Memorandum of Agreement with AFSCME, Local 3530, and the IAFF regarding donation of vacation and sick days. And what this MOA does is it brings the firefighters union in line with what the rest of the township employees are able to do, and that is donating vacation and sick days to those employees who have exhausted their vacation and sick time and in a catastrophic event. So this MOA would approve that agreement. If there's any questions, I'll entertain that. If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
I vote yes. Item 14 is a tax assessment appeal settlement for 1115 St. Mary Drive, Gregory and Catherine Dufala. Attorney Shaw.
Yes, this is a tax assessment appeal settlement involving the property located at 1115 St. Mary Drive with a tax ID number of 33-164-619.0-307.00. In this case, the Board of Tax Assessment Appeals set the property's assessed value at $883,500. The property owner filed an appeal on October 13 of 2020. The tax years at issue are 2021 through 2026. The owner and the Mill Creek Township School District have agreed upon the following assessed values for the property for the following tax years. In 2021 to 22, $721,537. 22-23, $721,057, and in the years 2023 through 2026, $689,600. We recommend approving this settlement pursuant to the standard settlement agreement entered in these cases and authorize the Solicitor's Office to execute the settlement agreement. As indicated, this was a settlement agreed upon with the school district. Typically in these tax appeal assessments or tax assessment appeals, the school district takes the lead since they are the vast majority of the tax on the property value. and then we tend to intervene and just monitor these cases. So they have moved forward to get the settlement approved, and we would recommend that the township do it as well.
Thank you. Any comments or questions for Attorney Shaw regarding this agreement?
No? I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
I vote yes. Item 15 is a tax assessment appeal withdrawal, 3827 Lakefront Drive, James and Darlene Lay and successors. Attorney Shaw.
Yes, in 2021, the Mill Creek Township School District filed a tax assessment appeal involving the property located at 3827 Lakefront Drive with the tax ID number of 33-005-001.0-211.00. The assessed value at the time was $372,000, which the district felt did not represent the fair market value. The township intervened in this appeal as a matter of course. In December of 2022, the property sold for $995,000, and as a result of the sale, the assessed value increased to $627,834. Because of the increase in the assessed value, the district was willing to accept this new assessment and elected to withdraw its appeal, which it has done so. As I indicated previously, the school district typically is the driving force in these appeals, and in light of them withdrawing their appeal, I would recommend that the township also withdraw its intervention in this appeal as well.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve this appeal withdrawal as described by Attorney Shaw?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes, sorry.
Mr. Buck?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Item 16 is a Erie County CDBG annual agreement. Mr. Waldinger?
Thank you. The Erie County Department of Planning and Community Development administers Mill Creek's Community Development Block Grant funds on behalf of the township. Before you is an agreement between Mill Creek and the county to provide those services for the fiscal year 2024 CDBG program. The agreement includes an administrative fee of $32,000, which is 13.4% of our fiscal year 24 allocation. This is the same administrative fee that the county charged for the fiscal year 23 program, and under HUD guidelines, the fee could be up to 18% of a grantee's allocation. The work the county performs is crucial to the township's CDBG program. Mill Creek CDBG allocation is $283,033 for fiscal year 2024. The fees charged by the county are well below the maximum that they could assess and are deducted directly from our allocation, not from the general fund. That would leave us $251,033 for CDBG program funding. I recommend that the board approve the agreement and authorize the chair to sign any necessary agreement documents.
All right, thank you. Any comments or questions for Mr. Waldinger? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the CDBG agreement?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
I vote yes. Item 17 is the Scott Park Rainbow Bridge license agreement. Attorney Shaw.
Yes, before you is a license agreement between the Anna Shelter, Debbie Garcia, and the township regarding the township hosting the Rainbow Bridge Memorial Garden at Scott Park. The license agreement identifies a portion of Scott Park which will host the Rainbow Bridge Memorial Garden. There is no charge to the Anna Shelter or Ms. Garcia to host the Memorial Garden, and all the materials and labor are being donated for the project. The initial term of the license is for 1 year, but will renew automatically on a month-to-month basis after the first year. Licensees would be responsible for all construction, installation, repairs, removal, and maintenance associated with the Memorial Garden. Licensees would also be required to maintain insurance for the Memorial Garden. The recommendation would be to approve the license agreement.
Thank you. Any comments or questions for Attorney Shaw? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
I vote yes. Item 18 is a financial security request for Elevate Church. Mr. Waldinger.
Yes, thank you. The developer for the Elevate Church Land Development Plan, which was Elevate Church itself, has requested release of their financial security. All of the required improvements have been inspected, and most of them have been approved, but there are still some items remaining to be completed. They must complete scarification of the former pavement areas, and the grass has not yet grown to a sufficient amount to qualify for the township's requirements. So it is a recommendation of the township engineer to deny the request for release of financial security and instead approve a reduction in security with the township to retain $5,255.25, which would cover the costs of the required work plus 10% contingency. So at this time, we would recommend reduction of the letter of credit, for the financial security for Elevate Church Land Development Plan, which is a cashier's check number 1914670 from PNC Bank, to be reduced to the amount of $5,255.25.
Okay, thank you. Any comments or questions from the board? Is there a motion to approve this request?
I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
I vote yes. Item 19 is a stormwater management operation and maintenance agreement for West 40th Street reconstruction. Anthony and Chloe Bizarro, developer. Mr. Waldinger.
Yes, as you mentioned, in front of you is a stormwater management operation and maintenance agreement for property along West 40th Street. It is a recommendation of Township Engineer Rob Rodemoyer that this operations and maintenance agreement be approved.
Any comments from the board?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
I vote yes. Moving on to communications, Treasurer Communications.
I don't have anything today.
Okay. Takes us to training and travel requests. We have 4 from Mill Creek Fire. Chief, you want to go ahead and go over all 4?
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As a condition of employment, all full-time firefighters are required to obtain their Firefighter 2 certification. Butler County Community College is hosting a Firefighter 2 certification test on December 7th of 2025. I'm requesting approval for full-time firefighters Brian Salvatore and Tyler Hickernell to attend this training. The total cost of the testing is $185 per student, with a total mileage reimbursement to be estimated at $145 with their transportation by personal vehicle. The second one is a training request. We're requesting approval for full-time firefighter Nick Ayers to attend paramedic training at Butler County Community College. The classes will be held every Tuesday and Thursday, along with every other Saturday, beginning September of 2025 through September of 2026. He will be required to sign a 2-year employment commitment with the township. The total class costs are $7,500. Transportation will be both by department vehicle and personal vehicle, and his personal expenses for his mileage will be reimbursed at the current federal mileage rate. The next is a training request for myself to attend the Pennsylvania Municipal Leadership Summit. It's being held here in Erie at the Bayfront Convention Center from September 30th through October 3rd. The total cost of the conference is $225, and there are no other expenses expected. The last is a travel request. I'm requesting approval for Captain Hicken, Captain Kennedy, and the township mechanic Jim Batanian to accompany the Assistant Chief of Kearsarge to the Pierce factory in Bradenton, Florida. The purpose of this travel is to complete the final inspection of the new fire truck that we ordered. Travel will be on October 9th and return on October 10th. All travel and lodging expenses are covered 100% by Glick Fire Equipment. The township will only be responsible for covering the employees' normal wages during that period. and I recommend the approval of all four.
Thank you, Chief. Any comments or questions for Chief Cliff?
I have a quick question for you, Chief. For the paramedic training, there is grant money available for that, is that correct?
Yes, there's current grant money that's available for classes being held in Erie County. So EmergiCare is putting on a course right now. We have 4 students that are taking their program. If you live in Erie County and work here, the Erie Community Foundation is covering the tuition 100%. So we are going to be getting covered by that grant for 3 of our current firefighters that are in Emergent Cares program. This program, being that it's held out of county, would not qualify.
Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
Okay, is there a motion to approve this training?
I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
I vote yes. Moving on to the Police Department, there's 2 requests. Chief?
Yes, thank you. First, there's a law enforcement level 3 gun instructor course being held at the Conneaut Lake Sportsmen's Association, October 13th through the 17th. I am seeking approval to send Lieutenant Brandon Haynes, who is one of our current firearms instructors and who also is in need of this level of certification, to the course. The tuition is the only cost, which is $1,050. Travel will be by department vehicle. And the second request is this: the International Association of Bomb Technicians is hosting a regional training conference in Boston, Massachusetts from November 11th through the 13th. All costs, but for the per diem, will be reimbursed to the township by the Northwest PA ERG. I'm recommending Sergeant Mays attend this course as he is a longtime member of the Regional Bomb Squad. Registration is $300, hotel is $836, per diem is $414. Travel will be by Erie Police Department vehicle.
Thank you. Any comments or questions for Chief Mook? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
I vote yes. We have a request from our CRS department. Ms. Rodriguez?
At the last public meeting, DIS training was presented and approved for 27 participants. Since then, we have onboarded 4 new employees who were not included in the original training session. We are requesting approval to enroll the 4 new employees in the same DIS training to ensure consistent team development and communication alignment across departments. The cost remains at $150 per participant, totaling $620 for the 4 additional participants, $465 to be allocated from MPD, and $155 to be allocated from Parks and Recreation. We are seeking approval of DIS training for the 4 new employees.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve this training?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
I vote yes. We have a CRS announcement regarding flu shot clinics.
We were pleased to host a flu shot clinic on September 16th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. here at the Township Building, open to both staff and general public. A big thank you to LECOM for partnering with us to provide this important service. We're proud to share that 54 flu shots were administered during the clinic. If you missed this one, our next flu shot clinic is scheduled for October 8th from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Again, right here at the Township Building. Stay healthy and stay safe this season.
Okay, thank you. Next item on the agenda is an update from the Presque Isle Neighborhood Network. Seth Trott.
For those of you that are not aware, and maybe Seth will go into this, the Presque Isle Neighborhood Network is the first neighborhood network in Mill Creek Township. The city of Erie has our West Bayfront. They have the Erie Black Wall Street and the Downtown Development Corporation. So they have different sections of neighborhoods that come together and basically are eligible for grant funding that a municipality is not eligible for. They are an advocacy group for a neighborhood. This is foreign to Mill Creek Township, so this is our first one, so that's why I'm explaining it. But it's someone, basically it's an organization that can advocate for a neighborhood. What I personally would like to see is all different sections of Mill Creek have their own advocacy group. We have so many different sections of Mill Creek Township that have their own personalities. We have Bell Valley, we have Kearsarge, Chestnut Hill. We have northwest Mill or southwest Mill Creek and the lakefront area. So this is the first Presque Isle Neighborhood Network. They are a 501c3, and they have a full board. They are a part of the Erie Community Foundation, and also accept donations to their program for the work that they are doing to better the area in which they exist. But just so I gave everyone a little idea of what a neighborhood program, what a neighborhood network is, this is something that is done throughout the country. It's a growing trend, and to give people ownership that live within that area and work in the area. It gives them a sense of ownership of their area.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm here to present the Presque Isle Neighborhood Network.
Could you put the mic up a little further? You're tall, Seth.
I am, yes. So we're a community-driven nonprofit based in Mill Creek. Our footprint is from Pittsburgh Avenue over to Powell Avenue, and then from the lakefront back to about the railroad tracks on West 19th Street. Our focus on that area is revitalization, safety, walkability, public spaces, and building neighborhood pride around these different neighborhoods in our area. So what we do and why we matter, again, we're here to improve safety, walkability, and public spaces, these third spaces, these places that are not work and are not home, and these spaces are kind of where community develops, where democracy is improved, things like that. We're here to support residents, business owners, and community groups in our footprint. And perhaps most importantly, we're here to attract investment and to strengthen our neighborhood identities through that investment. So what we've done already, we're just getting off the ground here, but throughout July, we finished up a community-wide survey. We surveyed 413 residents and 74 businesses within our footprint. That creates a statistically valid sample based on the amount of feedback that we got. And we're going to be presenting those results very soon. This past weekend, we participated in the International Coastal Cleanup Day at Presque Isle. We're going to be doing different cleanups throughout our footprint in the near future. So again, the community survey results, we're going to present them publicly on Monday, October 13th at the Trek Center in their theater. It's going to be at 7 p.m. So, if you're interested, we hope you turn out. We're also going to be doing some focus groups for residents and businesses in our footprint to kind of delve more deeply into what they want to see, what the issues are in the neighborhoods, things like that. We have our first, I would argue, major event coming up. It's going to be a trunk or treat at Waldemere. It's going to be in their Peninsula Drive parking lot. It'll be on October 25th. That's a Saturday from 4 to 7 p.m. We are looking for people to host trunks, so if Mill Creek or police department or the fire department wants to host a trunk, we'd love to have you. And then we're going to be entering a planning phase. So we're going to come out with a 6-year plan where we're going to explore the ability to create a neighborhood assistance program, which is a sort of a tax incentive that businesses can donate money to us, and then we use that to help fortify the neighborhoods and revitalize them. We're also looking at doing Main Street and Elm Street designations. This is a designation that you get in part through the state that unlocks a lot of resources and capital that we can then go out and get and dump into our neighborhoods and revamp them for infrastructure, facade improvements, things like that. Again, we're focused on, in part, revamping public spaces. So we're looking at a few different spaces around that we can potentially invest in and fortify, beautify. Then also we're going to be creating some resident and business owner committees to, better work in the infrastructure network of our neighborhoods into our actual procedures and processes. So what Mill Creek can do to help, we'd love for you to support our community events and our outreach efforts. You have a much larger network than we do, of course, so anything that you can share and help spread the word about would help us. We'd also like to align our work with your planning and infrastructure improvements. where possible, and we'd also like to explore joint grant and funding opportunities also where possible. So this is our board. We have potentially one individual coming on this time next week, but this is who we are currently. We're all volunteer at the moment, and you know, we're working day in and day out to get this thing off the ground and make it more stable. And thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer those here or after. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Seth.
I do have a quick question for you, Seth. How has the resident response been? Because there are so many unique neighborhoods in your footprint. And I didn't realize that before I went door to door, I think, down in that area. Sure. How has the feedback been?
It's been generally positive. We learned that residents want to see they want to see sidewalks, walkability, things like that. They want to see safer streets, so maybe specific corridors that could have the speed limit adjusted or something like that. Businesses are doing pretty well. They would like help with marketing, with facade improvements. But yeah, I mean, people are pretty supportive.
Good. Very cool. All right.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you. Executive session was held on September 11th. Litigation matters related to code enforcement, easement dispute, permit dispute, state court litigation, and tax assessment appeals. Personnel matters related to benefits and the fire department, and real estate matters related to the official map, fire department facilities, and parks and rec facilities. On September 18th, litigation matters related to tax assessment appeals, code enforcement, permit dispute, easement dispute, and state court litigation. Public safety matters, personnel matters related to the fire department, and real estate matters related to the official map, fire department facilities, and parks and rec facilities. That takes us to solicitor communications and a conflict waiver. Attorney Shaw.
Yes, thank you. In relation to the purchase of the Zemzem Temple property, the Zemzem Temple has requested that the firm also represent it at the closing. This is not an unusual request with respect to real estate closings, and my firm's asking that Township agree to the conflict waiver to allow my firm to also assist Zemzem Temple at the closing.
Okay, any comments or questions for Attorney Shaw?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Claire?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
I vote yes. Now it's time for the student ambassador report. Lucy and Thomas, come on up to the podium, please.
Hello, everyone. Before we give our report, we wanted to tell you all a little bit about ourselves. So my name is Thomas Lampros, and I'm a senior at McDowell High School. I'm involved in different activities like the International Language and Culture Club, Honors College, National Honor Society, and the Lead and Seed Community Service Club. In the future, I want to major in political science and minor in English, and then eventually go to law school. I'm very excited for my role as an ambassador.
Good evening. My name is Andalucia Rainey, and I'm a senior at McDowell High School. I'm involved in many McDowell activities, such as the McDowell Girls Lacrosse Team, Speech and Debate, the Distinctive Scholar Program, and the Community and Culture Exposure Club. I am interested in majoring in psychology after graduation and eventually attending law school. Currently, I would like to be a forensic therapist or political psychologist, and I look forward to being a part of township meetings moving forward. As for McDowell, McDowell has undergone some renovations prior to the school year to improve the classrooms and provide more educational resources for students. This summer, air conditioning was added to the second floor, making sure the entire building was air conditioned, with exception to the gyms, which this renovation is scheduled for next summer. The next would be the first floor receiving the new lighting, ceilings, updated electrical work, and plumbing to support the second floor AC installation, ensuring that our summer and fall heat is not distracting from our learning. Our library has been fully renovated and is now the McDowell Hub, which includes breakout rooms for small group collaboration, space for large group instruction, a cafe, conference rooms, and areas for students to relax and recharge. Though I forget to refer it to anything other than the library, as a student, the Hub is a great spot to focus on school in a space that allows more students to gather, or even a small conference rooms which we are able to study in quietly. A specific example of a group that benefits from this renovation is the AP Research Program. Research students are now able to collaborate with their seminar mentees to bolster creativity, productivity, and learning. Looking ahead to next summer, renovations will focus on the second floor electrical system and completion of the auditorium renovation, which will reopen as the McDowell Innovation Center. There will be more details on this soon.
As for student achievements, we are proud to recognize 4 National Merit Commended students and 2 National Merit semifinalists this year. And for community and traditions, Homecoming 2025 was a wonderful success, and we are grateful to share this tradition with the Mill Creek community. The parade and game were well attended, and the dance welcomed over 1,300 students. We also held a Hall of Fame luncheon celebrating McDowell alumni and current students who were inducted. Thank you.
Thank you both so much. Can I ask a question? So is the new library renovation, is it open to everyone now? Is it kind of like an interactive place?
Yeah, they're calling it the Hub, still getting used to it, but yes, it's open to all students, though they are trying to figure out like a system during our tutorial period to kind of regulate how many students are in there, because I know that it's been very popular, it's really nice.
Can you get coffee or anything?
Yeah, that's a part of Blue Bean Cafe does the coffee. Yeah, I don't know if it's up and running yet, but I know that definitely they have a space for it.
That's wonderful. My dream was always, I have a library certification with my teaching, and my dream was to make the library the hub. So that's why I'm loving this so much.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, no, definitely excited about it.
Very cool. Awesome. Thank you both for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That brings us to citizens to be heard. Any citizens wishing to address the board? Please come on up, sir.
My name is Kirk Daniels. I live on 2920 West 11th Street, and just down the street from where they're doing the new parking lot up the street, water runoff and stuff like that. But I spoke with you guys back in 2023 in January, and I awaited the hiring of Rob Rodemoyer to come down and assess the situation. Seeing the runoff, there was 2 issues. The one main issue was the water basin so high that all the houses in the neighborhood deal with water coming up through the basement, not from the side, it's from the right from the floor. Second thing is the street. My part of the street is just, I've sent pictures to all 3 of you. You guys have all seen this. I've sent it to Rob. Rob's come down there. Jim, you came down. You were the only one that came down and actually saw when it rained. Yes, the street gets covered to a matter of where you only have 6 feet to walk in the middle of the street. So you have cars whipping off of Peninsula Drive because they're going 40 and they don't do 25. That's where my daughter gets on. My daughter and my son get off the bus, get on the bus there. I've asked many times, just can this be sped up? Can anything be done? Can you put in a sidewalk? Basically, can you just put in a water basin to catch that? Everywhere down the street has a water basin except for my area. And I still don't understand why there's, I asked why there wasn't a water basin. He said it was just not planned well. Well, let's fix it. This isn't, I'm just asking for you guys. He said, it took a year and a half for him to get back to me. Finally, he got back to me last month. He said it's bigger than what they projected from when he talked to me a year and a half ago. At this point, I've put in a storm sewer concern. It's number 3307. I've called about it to ask for updates on it from the streets department. I still haven't heard anything. my question to you guys, are you guys aware of like the project that's going on, like to look at this, and have you guys been presented with this? That's my first question.
My understanding is that they were going to look at it at the time that your street or that area would be repaved. And I'm not sure if that's going to be on the slate for next year or in years coming, but it will eventually be there. So that's typically when storm projects are done, is when roads are slated to be repaved. So there's not a disruption, more than once.
Okay. Are you aware of anything like that would hold this up? Because it seems to me like, just putting in that basin, I get, yes, you want to do that when it gets repaved, but this has been going on for 15 years. I've been asking about this. This was all planned out. The paperwork got lost. Is there something else, because all that, is there something else? You were in the streets, you did storm sewer management before this, correct, Dan?
Right.
Is there something else that I'm missing here, just to help me sleep at night?
No, you're not. I can't, say anything more than what I just said. That's typically how these projects are done.
Okay.
So I'll reach out to Mr. Rodemeyer tomorrow, and
Okay.
Why don't you call me on Thursday, and hopefully I'll have something for you.
Okay.
That work?
That'll work. for
Okay,
me.
real good.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else wishing to address the board? With good news, I assume.
It's always good news. I got to keep you on your toes. My name's Candy, and did you want to sign this? Not really. Go ahead. Let me see. I wanted to know, Mr. Shaw, did I misunderstand? Did I hear you say you're representing the Shriners, you're representing the bank, and you're representing Milk Creek Township? Did you just say that a little bit ago?
Yeah, the firm is, yes. I'm
You don't
not.
find that to be a conflict?
That's why I got a waiver.
That's like big
Certain
red-
conflicts can be waived.
That's a big red flag to me.
No, certain conflicts can be waived.
It's kind of like brothers bailing out brothers. What I wanted to know, the last time, I just wanted to clear up some misconceptions, because you told me that Evan Adair was not an employee. Well, I looked it up. He was employed for 24 years. He retired, I think the newspaper article was 6, maybe 19 of 2016. And you had told me that he was not an employee, that having a solicitor as an employee would not work, but he retired with a pension, so he did get benefits. And I'm surprised, Mr. Shaw, you didn't speak up because you took his place.
Ma'am, he was not an employee at the time he left in the employment of the township as township solicitor. He was paid on an hourly basis. He sent his invoices and so forth. If he had some arrangement with the township, historically, I'm not aware of it, but he was not an employee at the time that I worked with him when he was a solicitor of Mill Creek, so I don't know
According
what
to
to
the
tell you.
paper, he worked for 24 years as an employee and
Paper's not always right.
retired with a pension. So that would tell me he was an employee. That was the first one. The other one, you mentioned that you had to take the lowest bid. Well, I did a little research on that, on projects, okay? And a township does not have to take the lowest bid if it is sloppy. Do you want me to read it, or do you just want to believe me?
Yes, and that would be based on the quality of the work. Like if there is
Right.
if there is a work quality
Yeah,
issue that
and
can
yet
be
you voted-
proven.
And yet you voted for Empire, who had been taken off your list before because they did shoddy work. That's, Mr. Bach was the only one that didn't vote on that.
And I respect Mr. Bach's vote.
Yeah,
We all have a right to vote the way, based on the information we have.
okay.
Ma'am,
so-
if I could just interject, in the interim, they did do work that was satisfactory. After they had not done work for the township for several years, they had applied, submitted bids, and they were rejected. the township gave them an opportunity to do a small project that they did do satisfactorily. So that's how they kind of got back into the graces of the township.
Okay, I just wanted to correct the fact that you do not have to take the lowest vote. Another question, this is from the last meeting about your $3.3 million loan, an auspicious number, I might say. Miss Treasurer, Melanie, you said that this would be at 5-year intervals, 4.18%, and that percentage rate was on 9/4, okay, September 4th. So the solicitor who was here at the time, Lydia, she said at the 5-year mark, that could go up to, I listened to this a couple times, the 5-year rate would be plus 125% with a maximum of 8% per year. So that's no bargain. 8% per year for another 5 years, 8, 16, 24, you know, you see where I'm going with this? I think you're trying to make it look like the township's getting a good deal with a low interest rate, but when you look forward, that rate's going up. That's a possibility. I just want to point that out. And but I also listened again. You said that with this loan, it would be $378,438 a year, and that you already included that in the budget for 2025. This isn't coincidence. This is coordination. How can you put this in the budget for 2025 when you don't have a 2024 audit? How can you predict this stuff? Can you explain it to me? I'll pause my clock.
The possibility of us purchasing the Shrine Club has been discussed for several years. And if you look back into several years' worth of budgets, you will see that a potential debt service, a potential purchase has been being budgeted. A budget is just that. It is a best guess estimate of exactly where you think your year is going to be. Sometimes you're going to be over, sometimes you're going to be under. It's your best guess estimate from October through the next year. So therefore, I wanted to make sure that we were covered just in case we purchased it and there was a debt service, and so that I would stay within budget. So I budgeted a debt service for the potential purchase of the Shrine Club.
I would also like to comment too that you have to understand we don't make these decisions willy-nilly. There was a plan that was put in place between 2016 and 2018 called Embrace Mill Creek. It is our Bible. It is our plan that we are following. The 8th Street purchases, community center, are all in the Embrace Mill Creek plan. Like, this has been a part of the plan for Mill Creek. Before I got here, before Jim, before Dan, a plan was put in place. And it's our job to fulfill the plan.
Okay. And then I also, when we were talking about the $1.5 million that your firm made in 2023, initially you said it was a software glitch. And then the last meeting you said that it was the prior treasurer, Ms. Lydio, said that it was a mischaracterization by the prior treasurer of where that money was supposed to go. Which one is it?
Okay, exactly what happened is in our software system, every time that we pay a bill, there is a box that if it is a non-1099 expense, you are to click that box. It was a brand new system in 2022 and in 2023. So therefore, when those 1099s were done for those years, nobody had clicked the box. So the prior treasurer didn't see that it was supposed to be clicked, because paying a deposit on a property is not a 1099 expense. Only services provided or services rendered by the firm appear on the 1099. So therefore, when the 1099 was created, that $600,000 was also included on the 1099, and no one caught that. So now that problem has been rectified, and every time that there could potentially be something that is not supposed to be included, it will not be included on the 1099.
So that sounds to me like McDonald, Illig, and Jones fronted the money for the deposits on the property on 8th Street.
Well, how would they front the money if we paid the money to them to
Well, if
take
you had
care
to
of the
pay them the money,
deposits?
you had to pay them the money back, and it sat there for a year and a half, looking like income.
What? No. No, sorry, no, Have you ever bought a house and paid a deposit to the
Yes, and
the
it's
attorney?
usually-
And then they hold it in escrow until the sale
It's
of the
usually the
properties?
realtor that gives the the owner the money.
Well, it's the same concept.
No, there's a difference between a realtor and a solicitor.
Well, there is a difference between a realtor and a solicitor, yes, but there is no difference of paying a deposit that gets sit into escrow until the closing happens.
So then why was the money given back to McDonald, or to McDonald, Illig and Jones, the 600-some thousand?
What do you mean? I don't understand how it was given back.
That was the original deposit on the
Yes.
property.
Right.
Why was it given back? It looks to me like McDonald, Illig and Jones gave the money for the deposit.
No.
Am I missing
Yeah,
something?
ma'am,
Yeah,
you
you
are
are.
missing it. As Melody explained, the way it works is, if you have a purchase agreement, and that purchase agreement provides for a deposit, and you can identify who and where you want that deposit held. In these cases, it was identified that, the deposit agent or whoever would be us. So the township paid us the deposit. We held the deposit until the closing, released the deposit, which covered part of the purchase price, and then the balance of the purchase price was paid. So I'm not sure that's kind of standard practice. And unfortunately here, the former treasurer didn't recognize that there were distinctions between the two payments, didn't mark what he was supposed to mark on the form, and it ended up that the 1099 reflected those deposits as part of income to us, which it wasn't. I don't know how else to explain it.
Well, I'm not sure I understand it. But then I also, just all of this stuff going on with the money that's being slowly depleting our general fund and like the emergency fund, it seems like we need to have it investigated. I believe the Government Study Commission has uncovered a lot of expenses that could be saved. And in particular with the legal fees. And you came to the one meeting, Mr. Shaw, and you kind of hijacked the meeting. You took over for like 15 minutes.
Ma'am, it was a hearing, and
Yes.
people are allowed to testify at hearings. It's exactly what I was doing. There were no time limits, except you wanted to shut my time limit down.
No, it's
Yet you
3
come into
minutes for
these
the-
meetings and you speak as long as you wish. So I don't want to hear it,
3 minutes for those
frankly.
meetings, and that's even what the coordinator said. But, you had 9 months. They started doing their research in December.
They didn't present anything
They didn't
until late
present
July.
that chart
Oh, but
until
they had
3 weeks
meetings. You
before
could
that.
come to
They,
the
they
meetings.
didn't present anything until late July.
Meetings. They did their research. They carried this township longer than your mother carried you. They worked for over 9 months, and then they brought out this thing here that they have given out, and all of a sudden you don't like it because it's showing that we're spending a lot.
No,
on
because it has
attorney-
inaccurate information in it. It has inaccurate information. They never talked to Melanie, they never talked to the treasurer to find out if their financial information was correct. Never.
You can get that from DCED.
No, you can't. You have to talk to the treasurer first. It's called a primary source, not a secondary source. In
Well-
research, you use primary sources with a methodology. Nothing
How
like
did they
that was
get their
done.
How did they get their information on it? They said they got it from DCED.
Yeah, a secondary source.
Right. And
That's
if you know
incomplete
Mr.
information.
Dad's credentials, you would not squawk.
Yes, and I
He's-
expected more.
He's way above all
Yes,
of us.
I expected more.
But anyway, so, you came to the meeting and you said, oh, I have these numbers that don't match with what you have. I want you to put this in your report. And by the way, I want you to take out this sentence. I don't like this sentence that says Mill Creek could save $500,000 with a manager form of government. It said Mill Creek may save it. So you came in, you wanted to change their report. You're not on that team. You didn't get elected to do this government study, And then you come in and flex your muscles and think, oh, well, they have to listen to me, They were elected by us people to do this study. And, I didn't appreciate the way you handled it. And, oops, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, thank you.
But, So anyways, I said what I had to say, and I know it isn't always nice, but I want you to know I still pray for you, even though we can disagree. You know, that's what life is about. I do hope that you can look at the people in this township and say you are serving them and not yourself. You know, that's all I have to say.
Anyone else wishing to address the board this evening? Come on up.
Jerry Svidio, 1720 West Square Road. You know, talk about approving contracts, and there she goes. That vote you had here that night on Empire, Mr. Block, were they approved vendors? Were they approved vendors? Was Empire at that time able to vote on that contract? No, I said that night they had to vote on that contract, and you voted no. And I'm not disputing your vote.
Right. And
what I'm saying, they were approved contractors at that time, so they could.
What do you mean by approved? By who? By the state?
Well, they were allowed to bid.
Oh, sure.
Right.
Anybody can bid.
And you were not penalizing them or anything for the shoddy work that you had said they'd done before. And I can't disagree with that.
We've continued to have issues with them in certain areas. Maybe, let's just say they bid on sidewalks. We've had issues with them on non-sidewalk issues.
Okay.
So I know what Mr. Shaw said, but we've continued to have issues with them in other areas where they may not have bid on a particular item. Does that make sense or not?
I got it. But if go ahead, I'm sorry.
In my opinion, their work, they've not proven themselves long enough
All right.
after their shoddy work. That yes, they did have a period of good work, but not long enough, in my opinion, to bring them back to where I trust them to do good work. So that's where I came from.
Okay, but if the three or two of you would have refused their bid, what could Empire do? They could actually take legal action, correct or not correct?
Sounds like an attorney question.
Well, he's right there. I mean, yes or no? Just say yes or no. Then I have another question.
It depends.
Okay.
Spoken like a good lawyer.
Depends whether, it depends on where they're located. Certainly, a resident could take action. If they're also located within the township, they could take action.
No, I mean Empire itself.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, and then I'd like to know how many calls, or do I got to file a right to know how many calls there are to all you supervisors each day? How many, I ain't gonna ask you how many you return, but you know, she gets up here with this study commission, and I'll tell you, I listened to these people last night, and they think a manager is gonna answer the phone, he's gonna solve all the legal problems, he's gonna handle all the contracts. How much of your day is spent on the phone? Come on, for the people watching this, let's be honest. You know, they're a little out of line with their hopes and dreams of just having a manager. They said it last night. They could save $400,000 possibly, and that's through legal fees also, and hire one assistant manager. Now, I looked at their duties. You know, I get tired of hearing about this, come here and listen about the study commission. And you know as well as I do, this township has serviced well. Are there good points to that study commission? Correct. Are there actual money? Now I'm talking money facts. I called Cheryl and asked her if there is financial documentation from that study commission on what would be saved, and I believe at the time I asked her, she said they have not given any yet or provided it, correct? So, beyond the legal fees, you just got done through this executive session. Why doesn't Mr. Shaw and Lydia list all the times, and you know, you had state action, some state action on this, some arbitration or something when you reported this? Does Mill Creek Township, I filed a right to know, did that cost Cheryl time? Does those questions, in fact, the study commission hired a lawyer to answer my right to know. So, I mean, I'm assuming that you had to go back as a township, you know, and hire, you know, you got to have this lawyer responsible and here to answer these. We got contracts. I don't believe anybody can handle a contract without a lawyer. Some unions are pretty stupid because they bypass a lawyer and think they have intelligent people to negotiate. But I tell you what, I'm sorry I get up here and I'm going on, but I think you do a good job. I don't think people have reflected back on the supervisor throughout the years, the time they put in this job. You know, you and to me right now are part of the PR of this township. I don't see a manager that doesn't even have to live here, although they can require it, they say. That's their answer. This has opened up a can of worms. I really wish you guys would have voted not with those people. I don't say they're all pursuing the correct answer here. They call you don't have any accountability. You have accountability every 6 years. It's a sorry thing to sit here and listen to this money issue time after time, and nobody wants to question what went on before Melanie came on. It's just a sad thing. So I appreciate you giving me that time. Keep your head up. You know I disagree with some of you. Keep your head up. Walk straight. I know I'm a little bit of an irritation, but I appreciate this township. Do I always agree? No, but it's a great place to live. I don't see anybody leaving. They said it last night. So I'll pray for you, but I ain't gonna pray for bad things. I'm gonna pray for good things. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone
Thanks,
else
Jerry.
wishing to address the board?
Dennis, you must speak.
I hope I state this right. It's an old saying. I've said it before, and I'll say it again.
If any employees do need to go,
Yeah.
Feel free to go.
Yeah. You're excused.
you're formally excused.
Student ambassadors too. Although Dennis is always good to listen to. Go ahead, Dennis.
It's an old saying, and if I butcher it, I apologize. But numbers don't lie, but liars use figures. And I'm baffled by some people that get up here and don't know numbers and make claims of things. And I don't know, and with the government can be different. But I do know that if you buy a house, you don't pay for it up front with cash. You do put down a deposit. You can, now I know in the 90s, interest rates were 15, 17%. And then interest rates went down. You refinanced and got a lower rate. Right now, rates are low. They may go up in the future. It doesn't mean that you guys have to be paying the 8-point-something-whatever% rate.
Correct.
In the meantime, I'm hoping, and I asked the millions, whatever we got from the golf courses, earning hopefully more than 4%. That's a reserve, emergency fund. Oh my gosh, anyone who's living paycheck to paycheck would understand
that emergency fund is nice. The government requires emergency funds. It's a requirement. You just don't spend everything down to your last dollar. And I'm sick and tired of hearing people making it sound like you guys are in cahoots and embezzling. There's been independent audits for years. The independent audits in the past aren't matching the ones now because things are being done differently. You're comparing apples to watermelons. Yes, they're both fruits. Doesn't mean they taste the same or look the same or produce the same. The numbers are inconclusive. You have to adjust. Thanks.
Thanks, Dennis.
Anyone else wishing to address the board?
I apologize, I didn't say my name. Dennis McAndrew.
Thank you, Dennis. All right. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Sure, I'll second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. We are adjourned
And I hope the student ambassadors come back
I
for the
know.
next meeting.
Are you running out?
5:52.
The student ambassadors.
You told him it wasn't.